This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we discussed what we needed to do with Bastila Shan, so we decided to leave the apartments ready to scour the city for information on how to get out of here. But luckily, we ran to a messenger of Canderous Ordo, a Mandalorian bounty hunter who wishes to turn on Davik. He tells us how to get the Sith codes by buying his old droid and going into the Sith compound ourselves. But before we decide to get our new companion and head on towards the Sith base, we decided to take our hand at finishing the Dueling Championship. We did a bit in the last episode, but now we'll take on Bendak Starkiller himself, the Mandalorian who feasts on death and only does death matches. We've got him out of a tournament for one more fight. Let's do this. I've heard the news, mysterious stranger. You and Bendak are planning a death match. This is excellent news. People have bet a fortune on this fight. Not too many people want to fight a death match anymore. Some are scared. Others think it's wrong to kill someone else for credits. I guess that's why they're illegal now. Maybe it is wrong to take life just for credits. Even though we do all this work to do this fight, we could still back out. What? What are you talking about? No. I was just making idle chatter. Doesn't mean anything. Bendak is an evil man. Killing him would be a good thing. That's what we call justifying the means, as it were. But anyway, one thing the game doesn't tell you, even though everyone says it's not evil or this is a government contract, deciding to do this mission is dark side. So if you want to play a pure light side playthrough, do not do this mission. Like if you're either role-playing it or whatever, you can always get more light side points to counteract that, but just to let you know, this is a dark side reaction because Bendak, even though he killed people, he did it within a setting that everyone agreed to. So it's not like these people were tricked into getting killed. He was just like, you want to fight me? I only fight to the death. And they're like, okay. So, you know, they chose to do that. So killing him is a dark side move. So it's not one of the most obvious ones, but it is. So, and I'll prove it to you in a second when we go through it. So anyway, just letting you know now. This fight is different than most, though. We'll turn off the energy suppressors so weapons won't be limited. They can kill. Anything goes. So you ready to fight this match now? I'm ready. Good. Excellent. High wagering means lots of credits for the winner on this match. Come see me after this fight to collect your credits, if you're still alive. Oh boy, I love your faith in me.
Ladies and gentlemen, come with me now on a journey to the savage days of years gone by, to a time when two combatants entered the arena and only one came out alive. They're illegal. They're banned. They've been outlawed for nearly 10 years, but we've got one for you tonight. A good old-fashioned death match. In this corner, a living legend. A man whose very name would make his opponents shake in their boots. If any of them were still alive. Out of retirement for one last battle, Bendak Starkiller! And who would be crazy enough to step into the ring with such a lethal legend? Who would be mad enough to face almost certain death merely for your enjoyment? Ladies and gentlemen, feast your wondering eyes on the mysterious stranger. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let the death match begin!
Okay, Bendak Starkiller. And if you notice, before the pause screen happened, you saw the little indicator on the top. It was red. I got dark side points for doing that. I don't know how many you just do. Anyway, Bendak is difficult. He is into this. He's into the Taris section of the game difficult. So you want to be at 7th level, 7th or 8th level, depending when fighting him. You can be. It's really hard to do it anything lower than 7, really. To the point. But anyway, his tactics are he'll throw 2 grenades and then he'll start blasting you with his pistol with power shot, and then he'll go into melee if you go into melee as well. One suggestion I try to do is I try to grenade him first. Now, it depends up to you. I kind of try to do a concussion grenade, see if I can get him to be paralyzed for a second. He's got a decent fort save, so that's not always the case. So sometimes it's better just to get maybe like a plasma grenade or basically some free damage off of him before you actually start attacking him. So that's kind of up to you. I'm going to see if I can concussion him, but it's probably not going to work. But anyway, let's find out if it works, though. Okay, it didn't work, but I'm going to. He's going to try one more bomb, but I want to do some. Whoops. The game just like screwed up on me there for a second. Anyway, I want to do one more buff before he starts attacking me with his blaster bolt. Okay. You can use your energy shield, but if you're playing the build I am, there's really no reason to really utilize it unless you're trying to range him to death. But anyway, let's start. Bendak is hard. What I try to do is I try to go basically as soon as the fight kind of officially starts. I kind of try to do med pack flurry, because he hurts like a tank, you know. So you have to be careful. He usually uses power strike on you. See, and he does a decent amount of damage. But I try to like kind of swap in and out because flurry does lower your defense, so it's easier for him to hit you when he does that. So now obviously don't be afraid to change your strategy up if he hurts you too badly. Like if he hits you twice in a row, for example, maybe you want to med again. You also have advanced meds if you want to. See, okay, so we want to. Looks like we're doing pretty good. This will probably be the most time you use your. Okay, so he's hitting me pretty hard. So I want to switch to an advanced pack instead. Anyway, yeah, that'll completely heal me up. So. Right. Okay, we want to. Okay, I want to. Sorry, the game's kind of like messing up on me, so I have to be careful. Okay. Yeah, even at. Okay, I didn't technically need to do that, but. Anyway, we've almost got him. We just have to be careful. Ah, there we go. And Bendak is down. Haha. Sorry, buddy.
Down. It's over. It's over. The fight is over. Bendak Starkiller is down. Bendak Starkiller is dead. All hail the mysterious stranger, the greatest duelist to ever grace the rings of Taris.
By the way, before you finish off Bendak Starkiller, if you talk to some of the merchants in town, they'll mention, "Hey, you're gonna fight Bendak Starkiller. That's awesome." Stuff like that occurs. Just to let you know, it's not really much anything that big. It's just like, "Hey, you're gonna fight Bendak Starkiller. Cool." Anyway, let's talk to the people and tell them of our victory.
This is great. You beat Bendak. You're a legend. Whenever anyone asks, I can say I was the first duelist the mysterious stranger ever beat in the ring. I'm gonna be famous.
Well, I'm glad we could help you out in the end, Deadeye Duncan.
I don't think you had a chance against Bendak, but you sure showed me. You showed us all. Too bad your career as a duelist is over now. I mean, nobody's gonna be stupid enough to go up against you anymore. Not even Twitch. Kind of funny, isn't it? You win the big match, and you kill your career.
Well, luckily, I mean, that sucks, but really, we're not going to be on Taris much longer anyway, so... Oh, and yeah, we can't tell moral of our victory. Oh, well.
Congratulations, stranger. I never thought anyone would beat Starkiller. Did you know it was because of him that I became a duelist in the first place? As a little girl, I used to dream of meeting him one day. When I finally did, the guy was a complete slime ball. Made me realize I had to be cold and ruthless to survive. Like him. And now, he's dead. There's probably a lesson in there somewhere. Something for me to think about, at least. Congratulations again, stranger. And goodbye.
So that's why Ice is so cold, because she thought to be as cool as Bendak, you had to act like that. Kind of sad how your heroes can really change you in bad ways. Okay, Twitch doesn't say anything because Twitch is crazy. So anyway, let's talk to Jura and get our reward. Bendak Starkiller's dead. I don't believe it. Bendak never loses. That was an amazing duel. Best duel I've ever seen. Glad you enjoyed it. Where's my share? I know. I'm a living legend now. Yeah, it's kind of sad you basically murder a dude, and you basically there's no nice options to this. It's like Cut the flyer, get to my... Yeah, see how you notice, like, I'm usually good, but these options aren't really necessarily nice? I know, I'm legend now. What about my cut? You've done well, stranger. I'm pleased. Very pleased. Here are your credits. Plus, I'll give you a Bindex blaster pistol as a bonus as a sign of my appreciation. Thank you, Edger. That's very generous. Or, I think I deserve a little extra for putting my life on the line. I always pay my debts, but if you get more than all duels will want, we had a deal. 10%. Expect you to honor it. You can actually win this one and get a bit more money out of it. I should have saved it before, but the credits aren't that big of a deal to me, so... anyway, you can also threaten them. Okay, I'll take 10%. And we'll be talking about you now, stranger. They're all gonna know you were the one who killed Bindex Starkiller. You're famous now. But yeah, you can actually get more money than that. He'll give you 20% if you can persuade him, and it actually is possible. Unfortunately, I should have saved it after beating Bindex to get the 10%, but oh well. Not that big of a deal. At least to me, anyway. Alright, anyway, we got Bindex Blaster. I wonder how good it is. Wow, it's pretty good, actually. I mean, obviously it's not as good as Karth's, but I think you can... Can you upgrade this weapon? Yeah, it is upgradable, so you can actually go back, obviously give it to frickin' Karth. But yeah, now we got... See, now is... what do we have before? 3 to 10 plus 9. Oh, well... It has a better guarantee. It has a 4 to 9 instead of a 3 to 10, so maybe less max damage. And I will upgrade it at some point. I'm not going to do it right this second, but yeah, we beat Bindex Starkiller and got the reward for it. So,
yes.
Alright, anyway, let's get out of here. Now we need to go back to the droid shop to, well, basically get our droid and actually do the mission. So, but yeah, Bindex is kind of hard. It kind of depends on how you're built. If you're not built very well, you may have to change it to easy mode to beat him. I haven't even tried doing... you know, as much as I played this game, I've never actually gone through this game on hard mode before. I probably could do it, but I'm one of those guys that as soon as I played on hard mode, I feel like I've taken all the challenge out of this game or all the fun. Although, weirdly enough, I've actually beaten it on hard mode on some of the other BioWare's games, like Mass Effect, Dragon Age. Dragon Age was really hard to beat on hard mode. I can't even believe I did that, so... I wonder if she mentioned anything about being Bindex.
Hey, look who's back! The mysterious stranger. You know, I had a front row seat when you gunned down Bindex Starkiller. Best duel I've ever seen. If times weren't so tough, I'd give you a discount.
But anyway, yeah, she says that even after that swoop race,
Good day to
so
you,
I'll
then.
see you later. But yeah, like, if you came to her before you beat Bindex, she says, oh, you're going to fight Bindex Starkiller. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. Stuff like that. Anyway, here's a little trick to get through certain areas faster in this game. Now with I have force speed, I can now just zoom through Taris. Cause the reason I'm not skipping to certain parts is because it won't take me very long at all, and I want to show you basically...
Master, I was wondering something.
Hello.
How did those Vulkars manage to capture a famous Jedi like you? Or were you knocked out when your escape pod crashed?
No, I was conscious. But my force powers were exhausted from using my battle meditation in the battle for the Ender Spire. Without my help, you might have never gotten off the ship alive.
Fair enough, but I've seen you Jedi in action. There's no way those thugs could have stood a chance against your lightsaber.
My lightsaber was misplaced. I couldn't find it after the crash. I looked everywhere in that pod. The Vulkars came and overwhelmed me even as I was searching for my weapon.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You lost your lightsaber? I mean, isn't that a violation of some kind of Jedi code or something?
Oh my god, this Jedi, Bastila Shan, who the whole game's like, you couldn't have done it without me, I'm the best of the best, and yet she lost her lightsaber, and that's how she got caught in the first place. That is priceless. Almost makes me want to rub it in her face. Maybe, let's see, if all the Jedi Galaxy, what do we get? The absent-minded one? Maybe losing lightsabers is a side effect of her battle meditation, or we could defend her. She was kind of high and mighty, so, though this choice doesn't really matter too much, but it's like, of all the Jedi Galaxy, why did we get the one who's absent-minded?
This is no laughing matter. During the crash, my lightsaber must have fallen from my belt and rolled under my seat. The Vulkars probably found it there when they searched the wreckage.
Hey, don't get mad. I'm sorry. It's just funny to think of a legendary Jedi losing her lightsaber. Take my advice. This is one detail you might want to keep out of the history texts.
I hardly consider myself a legend, Calf. Though I will consider your advice when I relate these events to the Jedi Council. There is no need for them to know every detail of what transpired.
Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, how the mighty are actually human. Anyway, yeah, that's just one of the many conversations you can have with Karth. I think Bessla also has conversations with Mission you can unlock too while you're running around. That's the thing I like about BioWare games is party banter. At least even in their earlier ones, like all the way back to like Baldur's Gate, for example. Anyway, remember Zelka, who asked us to get some Rakghoul serum? Well, we did, remember? Back in the Undercity.
Are you in need of healing, or...
Yeah, anyway, actually I do need some healing.
It will just take...
Yeah, skip. Let's talk to him again.
Welcome back.
Anyway, yes, I have the serum to the Rakghoul disease.
You have the serum? Impossible. How did you get this? No, wait, I don't really want to know. Can I see it? The serum, I mean? I need to see if there is enough for me to analyze it so I can start producing it in mass quantities.
And you can ask him about a reward, or here you go. Either way, here you go.
Let me see. Yes, this is it. A cure for the Rakghoul disease. With this sample, I can make enough serum for everyone. The people of Taris owe you a debt they can never repay. Please, take this small reward. It isn't much, but it's all I could afford. A few credits and 2 spare med packs.
I think he gives you a 50 credits and a couple of med packs. Now, there's a couple ways you can finish this quest, and depending on the rewards, if you tell him to keep it, you won't get the credits or the med packs, but he'll offer you a discount at your store, and you'll get a lot more light side points. If you take the reward, you get the credits and the med packs, and you get a smaller amount of light side points. If you spare a little something else, I think he gives you adrenaline as well for it. If you threaten him, like with this persuade or this one, he will he'll give you some more credits, but you'll get dark side points for threatening him for that. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna do the nicest option.
You truly have a noble and generous spirit, but you deserve something for your effort. I tell you what, I'll give you a discount whenever you shop at my store. It's the least I can do.
That's very kind of you. We're just glad we're able to bring some relief to the suffering of these people.
Now, is there anything else?
But anyway, and whoever talks first, it's dependent on importance of the story. It goes Bastila, Karth, Mission in terms of who bulks up whenever, and technically Zalbar, although I don't think he has any conversation for it. But those three have a conversation, but only one person can do it, and each people has importance. But anyway, you can now, if you buy stuff, I think his discount is 10% if I remember correctly. So yeah, basically everything like these enhancements I think were 500 originally. They're still more expensive than what you should. You know, sells you can buy the Rakghoul serum back. You basically want to buy this if you didn't give the Rakghoul serum to the people in the Undercity. If they were still there, you could buy it back and then use it there, for example. You can't get the as far as I know, you can't get the Zax option for this as well. Like, you could remember how you could go the Rakghoul serum to Zax for more money and dark side points, but it basically cancels out when you finish it this way. But anyway, before I leave, I want to buy one of each adrenaline pack just for a boss fight up ahead. If you want, you can buy some med kits. I usually buy a couple of the advanced med packs just because they don't drop as often. Not required. I mean, like I said, you could go through this whole game without buying any of those at all. But I kind of want to just replenish the one I used against Bendak. But anyway, there you go. See, XP, and you also get XP for completing quests, by the way. Hey, I didn't go to Zax.
You blew it. If you'd brought that Rakghoul serum to Zax, you would have made it worth your while. But no, you had to go and do the honorable thing.
I think Zax gives you 500 credits, I think, if you give him the Rakghoul serum. It might be a little bit less, but anyway, let's blast on through to the other side. Yeah, speed, if anything, and yes, it is an awesome force power just to have anyway, but because of the defense it gives you, but it just lets you just like blast through areas. So if you're trying to explore places or or get to like missions quicker, or if you're on a bigger world, for example, you just use force speed and boom, you just like run through everything. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a lot nicer just to be able to zip past stuff. And there's some areas you'll want to do that for anyway. So anyway, okay, before we go to the droid shop, there's one little side like event you can run across here. This one's easy to skip. This one activates when you go into the lower city for the first time. Please, human, I am injured and need of assistance. These human children keep hitting and kicking me. I cannot reason with them, but if I fight back, I can be arrested.
Get out of here, you goggle-eyed freak. You're too ugly for the upper city.
Yeah, go back to where you came from. We don't want your kind up here.
Please, human, help me. Maybe these offspring of your species will listen to you. Yeah, these kids are kind of being dicks. So obviously, you could say you don't want to get involved, which I don't think you get dark side points, but you don't get light side points either. It's basically kind of like, yeah. Anyway, hey kids, leave that authority alone. Hey kids, leave your teacher alone. Oh wait, sorry, we're not singing the wall. Sorry.
Why do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city.
These remind me of rich Beverly Hills kids for some reason. Fine, you don't want to get involved, same result. You could be kind of nice to him. I don't think you don't get dark side points for being aggressive, but you know, it's better just to be, if you're being light side, you know, kind of just because he's different doesn't give you the right to attack him.
Come on, let's go. I don't want to listen to this alien lover anymore.
Thank you, human. I was returning from a visit with a work associate when those child humans attacked me and chased me through the streets. You should be okay now. Glad I could help. You basically get some light side points if for just helping them out. You look hurt. Here's a med pack. You basically lose a med pack, but you get a lot more light side points. And you can actually ask for a reward. I think he gives you some adrenal for that, if I remember correctly. But anyway, you look hurt. Here's a med pack. You are too kind, human. I thank you for your generosity. Most of your kind here on Taris care little for aliens like myself. Once more, thank you for saving me from those human children. I must take leave of you now. My life mate will be wondering where I am. And we get experience, the light side point, and Bastila gains a level. All right. Now Bastila is level 7. Let's up her treat injury, of course. And if you have extra, do awareness. Just don't, like I said before, just ignore the rest of those powers or skills from her. All right, now there's a couple things you can do. You can either force shield. Actually, I mean, there's a lot of options for you. I like upgrading if you have the free level. I really like upgrading disable droid. And there's actually the next area up ahead, the Sith base. Actually has a few droids you could actually use this on if you want to. Or, like I said, force shield or disable droid. Either are really solid. Unfortunately, droids are kind of sparsed out throughout the game, so it kind of depends on how you're feeling and when you're playing as Bastila. I'm going to do the next step to disable droid personally. But if you do the force shield, I completely understand. Alright, there's actually nothing inside these apartments here. The reason I'm going in there is I want to unlock another... well, we'll see if it happens. If not, I'll cut it from the video. But some areas, if you go back through them again with certain characters, it'll unlock their party banter. So I'm going to try to see if I can unlock their Karth and Bastili's second party banter. Usually every character has at least 2 banter points with each other throughout the game. Obviously you can come back in here if you missed a couple of missions or just ignore this in the first place. I'm not sure if I'll immediately unlock it from walking through here. Sometimes I do, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really know how the game indicates how party banter unlocks. That's what, even as much as I've played this game, I've never quite figured out that like little function. They didn't party banter, so let's see if I can go around the rooms really quick before we leave. It might also be a dictation of how much time has passed before certain situations occur. And I know this is really fascinating to me, just like running through here, waiting for possibly the chance for party banter to occur. Man, that sucks because I got it before when I was doing this earlier. Like I said, I always do trial test runs of something before I officially record, just to make sure everything works properly and all my information is gathered before I do it. Well, they're not party bantering for some reason. Oh well, maybe I can unlock it before I leave Taris. If not, what I might do is I might do I might try to do a montage clip where I find all the rest of the party banter on the planet, because we've already gotten missions in Karst, we've gotten missions in Zalbars, and as far as I know, Karth and Basila have 2, and I've unlocked 1. I just need 1 more. I don't think Zalbar has any conversation bits with Basila as far as I'm aware of. Same with Karth. Unfortunately, Zalbar hardly talks at all. That's one of the problems with him as a character in the game, is that it's cool having a Wookiee on your team, but you like never get, like, he hardly talks to you. Like, you kind of, oops. You have to, nope, that's not what I want. I'm wasting all my force powers. Although force powers eventually regen after a period of time. But yeah, it kind of sucks that I can't get certain party banter to activate on command, you know. I mean, yeah, obviously the point of party banter is it's supposed to kind of randomly happen, and it kind of indicates what just, you know, their relationships to each other and how they see certain things, or them asking questions. It's a lot better than certain JRPGs, let me just say that. But anyway, before we talk to this lady here to get our droid, let me go and save it really quick. And talk to her and get that droid. Hey, Janice. I heard Bendix Stormkiller finally met his match. I can't say I'm surprised. He was getting on in years. People start to lose their edge as they get older. That's the nice thing about droids. A yearly maintenance check and a few replacement parts here and there, and they can last forever. If you talk to her before you kill Bendix, she mentions how he's about to fight and how she feels it's barbaric that they kill each other, unlike a droid who don't have that feelings. So forth and so on. Anyway, Kandra said you'd sell me that T3M4 droid to me. Oh, Kandra sent you. Why didn't you say so? Okay, the droid's ready. You can have it for 2,000 credits. Obviously, you can just straight out pay her. You can persuade her to... you can tell her you can't afford it. And give me the droid for free, or Davik will shut this down permanently. I can't afford that. You're joking, right? You mean to tell me Kandra saying you cut this droid for Davik and you can't pay? I find that hard to believe, but it's not my problem, is it? So, are you going to pay? Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, you need to pay her, and hopefully you haven't spent all your money. There is a way to pay for it if you spend all your money. But it's like one of those kind of one-time things. But unfortunately, I do have the money. So anyway, I'm going to ask her to drop the price. Half? Are you kidding me? This is the best droid you'll ever buy. The price is non-negotiable, even for one of Davik's agents. The price is firm. 2,000 credits. Take it or leave it. You can also threaten her, but I'll pass and come back later. Mainly because I've persuaded her before, and yet this episode, my game just goes, no, I don't want you to persuade on the first go. So let's reload that. Because I've been able to persuade her. Obviously, if you're the scoundrel and you have high charisma, or you've been up in your persuade, you're more likely to persuade her. But I can't believe today the game just doesn't want to give me the persuade on the first click. Like when I've convinced the Hutt to give me more credits as the mysterious stranger first time around, and that it worked the first time when I was playtesting it, so I assumed I was gonna get it every time. But always say it before conversations, folks. Anyway, tell her you want the droid again, yada yada yada. That price is outrageous. Half. If you're trying to rob me, why not just stick a blaster in my face? On the other hand, I do want to stay on Davik's good side. Tell you what, he's yours for 1,500. You can like threaten her for more, and I think it's 1,250, but I don't want to do that. That's more dark sidey-ish. But yeah, 1,500 it is. Wow, look at you, big spender. Okay, the T3M4 unit is yours. Pleasure doing business with you. And T3M4 joins the party. More party members. T3M4 sucks in combat. He is a oh, what's the word? He's a skills party member. Same as Scoundrel, or same as Mission. Though Mission can do some damage because of her Scoundrel backstab ability, but T3M4 is clearly... He's basically crowd control and skills monkey. By crowd control, like stunning and little things like to help, but he's never going to be a true damage dealer. But before I put him on my team, I want to get my rewards for all my
Yes?
for all my bounties up to this point. So let's for speed before we end the episode anyway. I want to, because next episode we're going to go into the Sith. Yeah, you were probably hoping I'd get there today, but no, we're going to.
This elevator is off limit. It's obvious from the way.
Yeah. I've got the papers.
Well, why didn't you just be careful?
I mean, it's just like before, so. Like when you go to the lower city to the undercity, same thing. So anyway, but yeah, we won't do the Sith compound yet. Sorry, but yeah, I want to basically doing the Sith compound doesn't immediately go into the end game, but you're pretty much really close to it. So this might be a good time before you go into the Sith compound to probably finish any side quests or missions you want to do before you do that. Just kind of like as a
Yes?
kind of a last minute basically cover all your bases. At least that's my really strong suggestion. Also, if you want to whoops, I didn't want to talk to him. If you want to also, good chance get your last minute Pazak playthrough if you want a few extra credits for the end game. Like I said, money isn't that hard to get in the game, although if you're one of those people that like to be prepared and like to buy like a lot of grenades, a lot of computer parts, all of that, you might want to do that. But there are Pazak games later in the game that give you more credits, so keep that in mind too.
Ready?
So don't spend like a ton of time here. But yeah, you can keep playing Gil Root for some more credits if you want to.
You'd be back. Neither of us is getting off this planet unless we work. But we've got a small. If you want me to help you, you've got to bring.
I didn't mean to skip through his dialogue. Basically, it's like, you don't have the codes. I haven't heard anything about it. It's like, yeah, I'll be back.
Glad to hear.
Anyway, no, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to talk to Zach so I can get the credits for all my bounties before we go. But yeah, basically, in game or the final mission of Taris is doing the mission and then talking to Candace again, and that'll basically set you up for the final thing. But we don't have to worry about that yet. All right. Anyway, I want to collect all my bounties. Lie, tell him Matrix is dead. I believe you, human. I've heard reports of a rather large explosion, and some of my people saw you buying the permiatic detonator. It's good Matrix dead, but maybe you went overboard, human. Next time use a blaster, not a bomb. Bombs are messy, but at least the job is done. Here's 300 crests. That's the price for all bounties. I think you can persuade him once, but it's kind of difficult, but I'll try to persuade him anyway. And you could also aggressively do that, but as far as I know, it doesn't get you anymore. But anyway, I want 400 credits. Don't bargain with me. This is my business. I see your price, not you. Take 300 to get nothing. Sorry, I just lost my head. I'll take 300. It is possible to persuade him, by the way, but anyway. You do good work, human. There's a lot of bounty hunters on Taris, but most are lazy. Maybe if you keep cashing in bounties, they'll work together. Alright, we got another one. Bendak. So you killed Bendak in a deathmatch duel. Ironic, isn't it? Bendak has a bounty on him for killing people in a duel, and you collected by killing him in the deathmatch. I see that coming. Here's 300 credits. Let's try it again. I didn't think so. The problem with not playing a scoundrel or having high charisma is there's a good chance you're going to fail a lot of your persuades. Like I said, I don't care that much to get the extra 100 because I can do Pazak games to kind of make up the difference. Okay, anyway, let's tell him about Selvin. So, Selvin's dead. All the other bounty hunters who went after her ended up dead themselves, you know. You did well, human. Here's 300 credits. That's the price for all bounties. Let's try it again. Nah, I didn't think so. Oh, well. Anyway, that's it. So, and obviously you took care of... The one guy took off the one bounty, and you convinced the... But yeah, basically two of the bounties were convinced, or you know, that one lady Diaz was taken off the thing. So anyway, we got some money, we got some credits, and we got some, you know, we basically covered every single side quest in the game except for the Sith base attack. So next time we meet, I'll be in front of the Sith base with T3M4 and one character of my choice to go through the base. Who will it be? Find out next time on Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and may the Force be with you.